Alright, here we go. This is a custom 1v1 on Rath between the Carbon player in the upper left-hand corner, wingman876, and the, what is that? The Prime Helix, actually. And his opponent, the green player in the bottom right-hand corner, WakeMeUp, in the Steampunk Helix. Looks like they are pretty much normal builds here. This is Rath, not Thar, so you will have this box that spawns. I don't know exactly what the time is on Thar. I think it's on Rath, my bad. I think it's a little bit earlier. Whoa, Wingman actually deciding to kill the Seeker instead of letting it smoke black. It does get a little bit of fire on the lower one with his rockets. I actually was not really aware that it would even reach, so I learned something new, a little bit new today. And does look like he is going for the close. Does look like WakeMeUp is going for his neutral close as well. Looks like the big difference here, WakeMeUp does have the rapid missile loader, whereas Wingman does not. He has the normal one. And using creeps for a little bit of distract there with his Moneymaker harass will make, yeah, WakeMeUp was able to get it in time, and the rapid missilator just bam, bam, bam. And will he be able to? No, will not be able to chase him down. Does chase him away though at a cost of nothing, and pretty much cost Wingman nothing too, because he just used creeps to attack. Wingman has not been able to get the close quite yet. Now he does drop creeps. WakeMeUp will be able to get it as well with well, I probably will. No, not going to go with Bunkered Flamers there, and just going to go to the other outpost, going to bring out a Moneymaker from his build queue. Oh, but I guess it spawns at 45, and Wingman does see the box, and WakeMeUp not going to be able to get that. So that is a huge, huge, huge thing. One box on Rath, I don't know how good that is, but honestly, the spawn time of 45 seconds is probably not a good thing. Definitely needs to move to something like closer to 5 minutes or something like that, because, yeah, I think it's a little bit early. And WakeMeUp does, I don't even know if you realize that the box spawns at that time. You know, these are not really listed anywhere. You literally have to playtest them to be able to find out the values. WakeMeUp doing a little bit of Moneymaker harass, but Wingman, a Helix as well. So, no, harass back and forth, as long as it gets responded to by either side, will not really be that effective. WakeMeUp using Busters to go for the corner. Oh, and Wingman going for the same corner. And let's see if who wins this top fight. WakeMeUp looking like he's going to contest the T99. Did either of them really even realize that the other is going for the same thing? And WakeMeUp does do a flyby. We'll see that Wingman was flying from the bottom, so maybe he will try to scout that bottom island. Does go for Dillos. Oh, he's going to go for the island as well. But has he really realized that Wingman is there also? Has Wingman realized that WakeMeUp is going for the bottom either? I don't know. It's just a little bit funny how they're kind of both going for the same approach for each, side of each corner of the map for the most part. Because there is no mid. That's pretty much all you can go for. Either the island or the other corner, or go straight for the next enemy outpost. And WakeMeUp able to kill one of the Geminis. Okay, so Wingman is definitely losing that fight. And Wingman with some creeps will be able to take this outpost under his control. Will be able to drop quite a lot of tanks, assuming that the Dillos do not knock down any creep bulbs. Yes, he does, and does drop enough tanks just for now to be able to distract that Dillo fire. So WakeMeUp will probably lose this fight at this point, because it is Gemini versus Dillo. However, Wingman does get finished off on the ground, and WakeMeUp, let's see if he can do anything with his time. However, all of his units will pretty much go down, and only one of the Gemini actually went down there. So, that's kind of bad at that point. He will not be able to get that island. Let's see if he can actually get that top right corner instead. However, Wingman will probably start to socket either, well, he doesn't have generators in his build queue, so he will start to socket Moneymakers. Doesn't actually decide to do that quite yet, though. It's kind of strange. WakeMeUp now does kind of realize, or not realize, I guess, catching Wingman at an inopportune time for Wingman, and will be able to finish off a couple Moneymakers, but just continually still making Dillos. Dillos still really, really hard to manage. Oh, and he actually did do a push from his bottom outpost, but Wingman already here will be able to get a good surround with his Gemini, will not get too many bulbs knocked down, but WakeMeUp just going to be able to kill Moneymaker after Moneymaker. Will this actually work out as a net positive for WakeMeUp? Because, at this point, Wingman not rebuilding anything. I don't think he's actually really aware that all that harass has been going down. A lot of his Gemini actually have been killed by WakeMeUp's Dillos. Let's see where WakeMeUp decides to go next. Now does bring more Dillos out of queue, I would assume. Yes, another full build queue full of Dillos. No AA, which is a little bit funny, but you don't really need that much AA when you are a Helix. And we'll be able to finish off one Gemini. Wow, really, really strong, actually. Really, really fast at doing that. And we'll be able to get this next one before, yes, does get it before Wingman is able to save it. but Wingman having both corners is a huge, huge advantage. WakeMeUp was able to kill every single one of his moneymakers except for one, and Wingman has not rebuilt any of them. However, Wingman now going for this close outpost will probably be able to get it neutralized. However, WakeMeUp now attacking with the rockets. Will he be able to chase him down? No, that will not be able to be. He will not be able to actually finish him off. So yeah, does decide to stop that pursuit and now starts to defend this close outpost. But you know, oh, and Wingman actually did push out with a couple Gemini. Will probably get it neutralized. What can WakeMeUp bring out of his build queue before it actually happens? 3 bulbs up. So but a lot of the Gemini have been finished off, and Wingman does get finished off. First blood going to WakeMeUp, and at this point I do think that WakeMeUp will be able to successfully defend this. Yes, all the Gemini do get killed, and what is left at this corner for WakeMeUp, for Wingman, it's just a single Gemini over there. So WakeMeUp could actually kind of counter push, and Wingman just trying to take another look at what's happening, but just does get one Dillo. WakeMeUp actually dropping the body block, and actually that was actually a successful I don't know, attempt at body block. He could have just grabbed it, but decided instead to body block it. There might have been a slight miss micro, which kind of forced him to body block, doing a little bit of damage to the Gemini, trying to soften up something, but not able to actually snipe any of those tanks that are over there. Let's see if he actually starts to do ascend. He does look like he is about to do ascend, and Wingman now going for this bottom outpost. I do like to see this map in 1v1. Actually, it's very, very interesting. Not very common 1v1 map. I know it's a little bit big, and a lot of people don't really like it. And Wingman getting finished up one more time and WakeMeUp on the way back to his corner post. But yeah, I don't think that I don't really think that it's, you know, not good for 1v1. I do really like this map for 1v1, and WakeMeUp's tanks have been able to reach this corner post, but a lot of them have been killed. But the most important thing, I guess, now he has been able to neutralize the outpost. Will be able to finish off that Gemini. Might be able to get another one, but no, Wingman does force him out of the area, but he is pretty close to one of his outposts. Will probably start to push out one more time. And he is doing that. The mass command not really working too easily. Oh, Wingman got the box again. There's another box. There's another box at like probably, I guess, 5 minutes and 45 seconds or something like that. And Wingman now bring even more tanks to support WakeMeUp over there, or support that defense against WakeMeUp's tanks. And WakeMeUp with just one full build queue of Dillos. So it's not really going to be that effective, and does have to retreat back to his outpost, and probably should give up on this top fight, to be honest, because at this point Wingman has it pretty well defended. Might be able to snipe this hat, though. No, Wingman is able to get it, and now starting to push out Gemini from his top. WakeMeUp probably does have to start making a a defensive line here, and in expectance of that. And does shoot his rockets. He has level 1 missiles, actually. The burst missiles. I'm not really sure what to call it. I guess the ultimate missiles or something like that, because we have the normal helix missiles, because apparently it is called missiles because of the rapid missile loader. And now trying to defend this close. It probably will go down with this amount of Gemini, and now even more Gemini are going for his bottom outpost because they're, number of waypoints per post. And now, yeah, it will go down to neutral. Oh, man, WakeMeUp will lose this outpost. I think Wingman will be able to get this. He has a fairly good units around. I mean, WakeMeUp is here to kill some Dillos, but Wingman will just be able to bring more and more and more units. And now he has to deal with this bottom outpost. There are a couple Dillos in defense over here, but 3 Gemini versus 4 Dillos. I do think the Gemini will win. And WakeMeUp now trying to desperately take this outpost back under his control. Does have more Dillos coming out, but now Wingman going for that... Oh, there was a Dillo push. Oh my God, WakeMeUp did a Dillo push for the top here. Oh, I guess some of the Dillos that he sent for the top right went for this top left outpost, or this top center outpost. And now WakeMeUp going to be able to clean up the last Gemini over there. And so now Wingman, now starting to make a grinder. And WakeMeUp just continually making Dillos. Only Dillos coming out here for WakeMeUp, and Wingman. Yeah, okay, both guys doing kind of the same thing, but because of that tank push, WakeMeUp might be able to take this outpost or neutralize it, and then eventually take it out under his control, because now he kind of has the unit advantage in the area-ish. And a grinder and 2 Gemini come out. I'm assuming Wingman will start to go 4 more. Okay, does grab some creeps to try to grab the outpost back under his control, because when he does, if and when he does, he will be able to drop a lot of tanks down from his queue. And does have to drop now down to distract those Dillos from delighting any bulbs, but WakeMeUp now instead going for an attack. Oh man, will Wingman actually even be able to see this? Oh man, but what is Wingman actually doing at this point? Now just still queuing up Gemini, but will he be able to detect that push? Oh man, will he be able to detect that push? What is WakeMeUp doing? Just queuing more Dillos in defense, and Wingman does see it because he did scout that bottom. And now bringing out Gemini defense. He does have a a grinder, so he will be able to defend against these. Only about 6 Dillos coming in, but will give WakeMeUp a lot of time to clean up quite a lot of units over here. 2 Gemini do go down. The second one now going down now. And the grinder, oh man, the grinder, oh, but now he does have a tech pod. Will start to be able to queue up goalies, and actually does have 3 in his queue right now, but now Wingman with quite a lot of units coming out, especially with 2 boxes. Both of the boxes in this game so far have been grabbed by Wingman. I think it actually spawns again every 5 minutes, I think, in Rath. I don't think it actually stops. And now Wingman now finally rebuilding his moneymakers, which is a little bit hilarious. I mean, he still had the income advantage, I think, because he had 2 corner outposts, whereas WakeMeUp only had his own closest. And might be able to snipe this tech pod. Yeah, Wingman is way far. Oh, but he is going to be able to snipe WakeMeUp's tech pod as well. Oh, but will he get killed by Dillos? Oh my god, he got killed on the ground by, or, you know, before he got the lift off. The Armadillo got its last shot off and was able to follow Wingman into the air because it acquired that target. Oh, now pushing out with goalies. Oh man, but he does have a grinder over here, so that is really powerful. Grinders have so much health and deal out a lot of DPS. Much better. It's probably one of the most effective things besides goalies to defend against goalies at this point. Now a random drop over here, not too hard to deal with. And now Wingman will have to start defending his top outpost. WakeMeUp with another goalie, going to be able to recharge all of his energy there at that right outpost. And Wingman with quite a lot of tanks in defense, but will WakeMeUp be able to get a good micro and surround? I don't know. Wingman actually hitting the back of that tank and dancing around that goalie to be able to distract its fire. That grinder doing its work as well, but I think WakeMeUp is getting the better of the exchange. But the thing is, Wingman with that outpost under his control, WakeMeUp not prioritizing on neutralizing it. He did lose a lot of, I mean, I think Wingman did lose a lot more units, but because he was able to bring more out, he did win that battle. And that is, you know, pretty much what the largest thing in the current defender's advantage in this game. And now WakeMeUp coming out with another tech pod. The last one was not that well defended, and neither was Wingman's, to be honest. And WakeMeUp gonna try to finish. Okay, just force Wingman out of the area. Oh, Wingman getting the next box as well. Oh man, so WakeMeUp 60,000 credits down in this game. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons why he hasn't been able to actually push that top outpost, just because Wingman has been able to get box after box after box. Even though WakeMeUp killed all those moneymakers, it's, you know, once again, the corner outposts have pretty much made up that difference. So the biggest credit difference here in this game were those boxes that Wingman has been able to get, and 60,000 credits is quite a lot of units and quite a lot of army, you know, just firepower on the ground. And WakeMeUp trying to kill what he can. This outpost, well, okay, yeah, it's being quite assaulted by Wingman at this point. There's a lot of Gemini over here. It will go down to neutral eventually. Will not take that long. He's able to bring out one more Dillo before it actually does get neutralized, but Wingman is here already. It's okay, and it does go back to Wingman's control, or go up to Wingman's control with that last creep going in, and WakeMeUp now, you know, has one close outpost taken away from him, which is very, very huge, especially on this map. There is no mid. So he literally only has one outpost left, and Wingman will easily be able to put pressure with his close outpost under his control on Wingman's, or on WakeMeUp's fort. God, both of these guys with W names, but yeah, now finally pushing out, but WakeMeUp does see it. There's quite a lot of Gemini there, and Wingman will be able to force WakeMeUp. Oh, and he does get him on the way out there, and a lot of Dillos. Or not a lot of Dillos, a lot of Gemini now coming for the fort. I doubt that WakeMeUp's Dillos will be able to actually defend this properly, especially with the micro that Wingman will easily be able to bring out, or to, you know, support his tanks with. And at this point, WakeMeUp not even able to finish him off on the way out. Now Wingman has quite a lot of Gemini, even bringing even more, and he just needs to get a good surround. He doesn't really even need to be honest, because a lot of these Gemini are actually firing at these Dillo, and this will probably be it. Wingman coming out with even more Gemini. WakeMeUp trying to get whatever block he can. Might even be better going for the kill instead of the block. And at this point, Wingman has been able to finish off pretty much every single Dillo that WakeMeUp has. WakeMeUp desperately trying to get that final kill on Wingman, because, you know, if he did, that probably would have been enough to actually survive this. But now Wingman going to be able to get pretty good micro and pretty good surround. Not even going for the kill, actually going for the moneymaker. And now going to go first around. Will he drop it on the corner? Of course he will drop it on the ledge. And WakeMeUp trying to block whatever he can, trying to drop whatever he can in defense. These Dillos in defense. And it's just kind of a matter of time at this point. Wingman is so ahead. You know, those 60,000 credits made so much of a difference, and he can even now carry 3 Gemini at a time, whereas WakeMeUp, I think, only can carry 3 Dillo at a time. Not 4. I don't even know if you can ever carry 4 Dillo in your cargo, as even as a Helix. Maybe with all carry upgrades at almost maximum level you can. I think I've actually seen that off the top of my head. I don't remember, but I think that is actually possible. But either way, Wingman has such a dramatic lead at this point. Just needs to queue up and mass up. Oh, now queuing up a tech pod to be able to bring out grinders to be able to get this finish, but it's 23 to 67. He doesn't even really need it. Even able to finish off WakeMeUp right next to his fort. Wingman really needs to just push out, because he doesn't really need to actually finish off everything that WakeMeUp has over here. It's, yeah, again, 23 to 67. WakeMeUp able to bring out a few more Dillos, but you know, doesn't even really need to, or doesn't even. It's not really going to do that much. Maybe he might want to go for some desperation drops or something at this point. Seeing as let's see what Wingman has at his fort defense. Actually, there is a pretty substantial defense over there, and WakeMeUp now just rebuilding his moneymakers, trying to do whatever he can to get back in this game, and understandably so. There's not really that much he can do. I guess he can play it safe, or not play it safe, but play it smart. Go for the economy. Try to hold off as long as he possibly can, and that's pretty much what he's doing. Playing it the only way you can pretty much play it. And now making defenses just to prevent that pressure and that drop to really be that effective. But Wingman has already brought out his Gemini and has quite a lot of grinders as well. There are another one coming out because he is going to be able to bring it out eventually. And yeah, WakeMeUp actually doing a pretty good job killing these Gemini incoming. Wingman not making any AA. Does have hats in his loadout, but he would have to ferry them, so it is quite a pain. I guess, you know, Seekers is probably the AA of choice and has always been, kind of. And at this point, Wingman, oh my god, WakeMeUp still defending, actually. I'm a little bit impressed, actually, that he's been able to defend this long when he's this far behind. He might want to start going with his, you know, right outpost, although he really needs to defend his fort. He has 3 goalies over here and 2 Dillos, so he might be able to just push out, push to maybe even send on T, because 3 goalies is quite a lot, and as long as he keeps Wingman busy and not actually allowing him to respond, and Wingman just throwing units away, WakeMeUp getting so much experience, and it's a little bit hilarious to see how that they are pretty much even in experience, even though Wingman has been so far ahead this entire game in terms of outpost control. And WakeMeUp's able to keep up with his level. I mean, it's just a 1 level difference. Previously, it was 0, and I'm assuming he, you know, just because he's able to kill, you know, unit after unit after unit, he's been able to, oh, and he is going to go for the close outpost grab here as well. Let's see if Wingman can actually respond to this. Oh, but he's going to mass send out now. I don't even if WakeMeUp grabs that top outpost under his control, I don't think he'll be able to actually, oh, and he does not even. So let's see if, oh, he is going to start to send his goalies that he kind of pretty much forgot already that were there. And and Wingman just sending out really spread out. I don't know why he's not sending out in clusters and then microwing. It's such an, you know, you never really actually see that. And Wingman actually getting finished off on the way out by WakeMeUp. And WakeMeUp. Wingman does call GG, probably will, but WakeMeUp doing an incredibly good job defending over and over again, even though, and it's pretty much due to the fact that Wingman didn't really send very, you know, clustered together, but the Gemini will eventually be able to get this finish on this outpost, and that is it. GG's dropped. Wingman876 taking this first round over WakeMeUp on Thar, so stay tuned for the next round. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.